Hey guys, Bill here, Circle Run Promotions here at Wetlands Park, here to showcase the RPM Discs Kea. Now, there's been a lot of, I want to call it RPM slander out there on the internet, but I've seen several videos, and I'll kind of maybe post some screenshots here about what is the best zone clone, or what is the best zone alternative, or what other disc is like a zone. And I saw one video, they threw 30 discs, and they did not throw the RPM Discs Kea, which I think is so awesome. It's probably the best approach distance on the disc golf. I really like the way it feels. I have 3 of them here. I'm probably not gonna throw all of them all the time. Really want to just see what it. Sorry, it's kind of windy out here, guys. The camera's moving around and stuff. I want to kind of see what it does. I'm gonna go some short holes, drop zone shots, approach shots. Nothing like that. Probably only gonna do around 9. I probably only gonna do about 5-6 holes out here when it's right now, because it's mostly in the longs position. But gonna throw off the tee. They are pretty stable. I like them. So you're gonna have to throw a little bit of analyzer on these things. And of course, forehand, it does take the torque pretty well. Flies really nice. This white one is a little straighter. You get this white run right here, this like pearl white color. It is actually a little bit straighter than the other runs. I got this swirly purple one here. These are both in the atomic plastic, and I got this Strata one that, you know, if I really botch a shot or something, I might. No, this is actually a Magma Medium, which kind of feels like the Strata, which is the baseline plastic. But the Magma Medium it gets a lot more grippy once it breaks in. This I've been throwing it a while. I've been throwing a lot left-handed whenever I was throwing lefty. So it's not quite beat in yet, but it's still a pretty stable flyer. And you know, I might throw some putts. I need a putt. All right, guys. First hole I'm gonna throw from is from hole 3's drop zone. If you miss this giant island, which I've never missed in my life because I'm a great disc golfer, but it's about, you know, maybe 150 feet, maybe. It's about maybe 150 feet, maybe 180 feet. I forgot. I don't have my mic. I lost it. Well, somebody I trust very much lost the receiver. I don't know what happened to it, but I still got the mics, still got the plugs. Don't have the receiver. I need to find another one. Need to get another one. But anyway, so I'm filming from my phone today. Since it films in a much higher resolution than my regular camera. My regular camera has a zoom on there, an actual optical zoom, which is better for like zooming in. This one at least will film in 4K, so I'll be able to do some post zoom, so Hawaii doesn't unsubscribe. You know? But anyway, I'm gonna throw one here. I'm gonna throw one here and see, you know, give it a backhand shot. About 150 feet. We'll see. Kea throwing the straighter one. I'll put it from there so you can see, but I got this mesquite right here, and I'm not really good at throwing the spike hyzers. I probably maybe should put a little bit of anhyzer on it, but I'll throw this one anhyzer flex, and we'll see how that one. It's putting. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm filming from my phone today. Hopefully, I can get some good post resolution. Luckily, my boy, Lil Creasy, Chris Lopez, he got me this tripod for my birthday last October. I think what it was. And so, shout out. But yeah, man, it works great for the phone. I'm hoping this doesn't get too bouncy. I might have to fix this in post, but we'll see. All right, coming to the hole. Not bad. First, I didn't even warm up. First 2 throws right out of the truck. First 2 putts right out of the truck. Close enough. Once I get warmer up in the round, and it's cold out here today, guys. I got my Sasquatch beanie on. Couldn't find my Team Thomas one or my Circle One Promotions one. You know, what else? I guess I don't take care of my stuff. I'll find it. But let's take a look. Let's go to hole 5. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but first few videos that I've done, right-handed since I've been cleared to throw right-handed from the doctors after my elbow and my shoulder surgery, is that I've only been approaching forehand. I've been throwing off the tee only backhand. But right now I'm getting to the point where, you know, my forehand approach shot is really good. My forehand off the tee is still not that great, which is kind of weird. This last league match that we played, I did really well up to the last hole. I was tied for the lead or one back or whatever it was, and my approach shot on that one hole, Cowden, if you've watched the videos, you know that Cowden hole 1 and hole 18 have the same basket, and there's OB in the bullseye. And both times I mean, just terrible love shots, being either afraid of that, out of bounds, or going straight in it. So both times I really should have thrown a backhand approach shot. My backhand approaches have been terrible. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I've been focusing a lot on putting a lot more spin, and I'm going a little too far. But anyway, so we'll throw some more from this tee. All right, guys, hole 5, 250 feet. Like I said, the Kea is a very stable approach disc, so this is probably the farthest I would feel comfortable like stretching out that disc, as far as, you know, your average player goes. You know, you don't have the spike hyzer on this one. You don't have the wide hyzer. You just have kind of like an anhyzer flex shot, which is probably what I'm gonna throw. And you know, we'll try to throw a forehand, see if we can get it there. Also, I forgot to mention, usually I just throw like since there's a lot of room over on the other side, just throw like a nice P Waka Waka, or even a Takapoo, sometimes even an Envy sometimes. Just right at it, and maybe even just let it turn a little bit. But since I got the stable disc, and I have to go for some fancy stuff here, throw a little flex shot. Not bad. I put that on a ton of anhyzer, and it held. The entire way started to fight out at the end. Let's throw another one. Throw this magma medium. Yeah, that's right there. You see how it's stable. You throw in a lot of anhyzer, it starts pushing that way, and it pushes, but it's fighting out the entire way. Also, throwing a lot of anhyzer still kind of hurts my shoulder a little bit, so it's still not comfortable with the anhyzer. I like to throw either flat or on hyzer. That's the most comfortable I am throwing right now. But let's try and give a forehand shot. I'm not going to get it there. We'll give it a try. That might be circle 2. We'll look. It doesn't go without saying, so I'm going to say it. That I usually don't. I'm just approaching maybe inside 200 with this thing right now. Still getting over this injury, and I don't hardly throw it on those fancy shots. But I know how the disc flies. I haven't thrown this thing on an anhyzer in forever, but I know how the disc flies. I can trust it. It's windy out here. Winds. I don't know if you can even hear it on the phone, but it's pretty windy. But I got a circle 2 look with the forehand and a couple inside circle looks, so let's putt them. Might should have warmed up the putt too, but we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna wing it. Straddled out to miss the branch. Still hit the branch. Same result, had a branch in the way. Straddled to avoid the branch, still hit the branch. But what more can you ask for? All right, guys, we're at hole 6. 268 feet here in the shorts. I'm not gonna throw forehand with this Kea. I can't stretch it out to 270. And it's all OB over the forehand side anyway, so I'm gonna throw hyzer. And we got a left to right cross, so it's gonna slam them down, but on Kea. Yeah, they're wanting to come down, and the wind's just slamming them down. Not letting them travel left, but let's look at inside circle look. the hill. It is kind of cold. I don't know. I have to freeze from recording. I missed my chance to really go like flex line around that tree. But not really, because I don't want to do that shot. Alright guys, I know what y'all are thinking. Hey man, you're not getting to any of these 270-foot holes. You're not making this putts. You're not making this Kia look very good. Wow. I defy you to come out here and get all these with the zone. You're not. But, especially in this cold weather, straight out the truck, it's an approach disc. But these are the holes that I have to kind of show you. These are the holes I have to show you how it works, how good it is. I guess I could come out here, play around, and only show you my up shots, but that doesn't make very much sense. So I'm kind of on here, play a little bit of disc golf, show the disc. Yeah, see how I play that. Hole 7 is 260 feet. You can go big forehand hyzer, or there's a kind of sneaky backhand gap right here. I'm gonna throw the backhand gap. It's gonna have to be a rip. It is like a really ripping left to right headwind. Normally on these holes like this, I would throw something like a mid or like maybe even a fairway and just power down on a little bit. But I'm gonna try and throw these Kias because they're good discs. One thing about this one is you gotta kind of run. I want to take that hyzer gap. You gotta kind of run on the very edge of this, so it's kind of a tight line to hit. Slipped out a little bit early, but it's kept up there. Let's throw this one a little bit more stable. Let's hammer on it. All right, I'm gonna commit to the hyzer gap. I don't care if I hit that tree. Yeah, with that one, let's beat up just a little bit more than the others, so it's a tick less stable. It's the kind of like a baseline plastic. It flew a lot straighter. I'm not saying that this disc is going to solve all your problems, or if you're going to come play a one disc round to choose the Kia. It's like a zone. You wouldn't come play a one disc round with a zone, but it does everything a zone does. It's cheaper. I mean, the most premium Kia that you can get is not going to be more than $16, $17, maybe $18 if you look on like OTB or something. Might be a little bit more, but they're not that expensive, and they do the job, and they're really good discs. Plus, I mean, look at this design. I mean, they got the tribal stamp of the bird, Kia, all named after indigenous birds or animals to New Zealand. They're named with the Maori name. So anyway, pretty neat. All right, guys, I found a hole that you may want to play just with the Kia. Hole 11, 324 feet. It's a very difficult birdie. Unless you have 450, 475 big wide hyzer power over all this junk, you got to throw a big, high, tall hyzer. It's always windy here, so it's not really a smart play. You really want to flex something through here and have it flex over the OB and finish back over the OB if you want to get the birdie. Or throw a really powerful sidearm. Neither one of which I like to do. So I'm going to play for par. 2 shots. Let's go with Kia. We got OB all on the right side. Right in the middle of the fairway. Now we pitch up. All right, guys. Now I'm at the distance where I would normally just throw a forehand from my Kia or pitch up. So now you can see what it really looks like in a real round and how it would look like in my hand. All right, guys. Let's see if this angle's better. Another bucket skis? Throw another one. Throw some backhand. Make some putts. Make some putts. Do that again. Ignore that second putt. It was probably 12 feet within the bullseye, especially if I took my meter off the LV, which is skidded up against. But you see what I was talking about with my forehand approach shots. And of course, the key is money. It's nice and torque resistant. It flew nice and straight, faded right where I needed it to. Didn't skip a whole lot, just sat. Now, the baseline one that I threw, since it is baseline, a lot harder plastic, that one did slide a little bit more. Kind of gave me a little bit of a heart attack a little bit, but everything's good. But it doesn't matter when you miss your putts. But they're right there within the bullseye. All right, guys, hole 12 was 237 feet. Tucked right behind those mesquites where we can get an ace on film, get an ace on video or something, man. This one is one I would throw the Kea. We do have like a right to left wind, so it should bring it back. So I'm gonna probably throw all three. Yeah, that one, I played wide, almost in that tree, way over the OB. That's tucked out under the basket. I'm gonna throw this one lower so that wind doesn't affect it as much. Let's see if I can get it in the bucket. Wind caught it. Wind got a hold of that one too. You saw it bouncing up and down, but hey, it's Kea.
Ching! Oh, I made it!
Alright guys, hole 14's in the longs. Island hole. Up the end of the fairway. Basic approach Kea shot. Let's throw some Keas. Try a little flexing. I mean, I should make those putts. All right, guys, running low on battery life. Let's see if these putts go in. Come on, man. It's getting crazy windy out here, guys. Just throw hole 15, let's go. All right, guys, last hole, 238 feet. Battery's dying, we're gonna see if we can get this in there. 238 feet. All right, battery's about to die. Let's go. Nice. All right, guys, phone's about to die. Parked with the Keas. Let's see if I can get him in. Let's go, baby. Keas. 238-foot hole. Like I said, 180 and in, 250 is a little high. I'd say 230 and in. Keas money. Got him under the bucket. Guys, have a look at the Kea. It's a great disc, and they're beautiful. Nice design. I think the stamps are awesome. They fly like a zone or better. They're cheaper. Check them out, guys. All right, see you in the next one.